something is going on. I can't put my finger on it. She knows more than she's letting on, but at the same time, sometimes she reminds me of Johan, and it's like, I don't even know what to think. I fucking knew it, bro. Greetings, you little dumb shits. Welcome back to some more Monster. We are back with episode 44. Previously, on episode 43 of Monster, Detective Suk. Detective Suk on my balls. Detective Suk on these nuts was introduced, and essentially the entire episode, I guess maybe not the entire episode, but a lot of the episode was trying to convince that, at least I think so, that the bad guy temporarily right now is Nina. Like she's the one going around killing people and stuff. But again, I don't think that's the case at all. I think it's a red herring. 3 more people in the police die from candy. Why? Who knows? But what we do know is that Detective Suk, or Suk on these nuts, rather, is definitely going to be probably sad that more police officers have died. But I guess we'll see. I mean, also Tenma is also around. I think we're just gonna get into episode 44.
From here on, we've got to keep a tighter lid on all of this.
Once Suk's gone, things will be as smooth as silk.
It's Suk on these nuts.
How about a whiskey bonbon instead? Hey, they're better than nothing. Besides, these were a gift from a real...
Oh, wait. I didn't even think about what they said last time about the candy. Whiskey bonbon. I don't know what bonbon is, but whiskey. Are they actually like whiskey? Like, I know there's like chocolates that have alcohol in them, but this looks like hard candy. I don't think you can do... Can you? Can you put alcohol into like hard candy? Huh. I googled alcohol in hard candy, but the only thing I really saw real quick was alcohol lollipops, which I guess is a yes, maybe? Ish?
A terribly shocking discovery was made early this morning at the Prague police station. Head Chief Hamrick, Chief Detective Patella, and Detective Janicek were found poisoned to death in a conference room. How these policemen were poisoned and who would dare to commit such a brazen act.
Okay. That's fine still. Even though she says they don't know how they were poisoned, she's the media. Police probably have not released that information yet. However, if they show me that the police have no idea how they were poisoned, I swear to fucking God, I'm going to grab their fucking faces and I'm gonna fucking kill them myself. I'm gonna slap them in the face and tell them they're stupid.
Hey, here comes a cop. Detective, do you know who the murderer is? Sir, can you confirm that the drug used to commit these murders was
Is this
a muscle
Detective
relaxant?
Suk on my nuts? Suk on these nuts?
With the Czech secret police. Any truth to that?
Is there any connection between these murders and last week's killing of Inspector Zaman?
Why is this guy here? Why is he like... Who let this guy out of the building? Like, really, why is he here? There's no way they would have sent him to do the media. Hell no, bro.
Right now the department is pursuing all possible leads.
Just say no comment. No comment, no comment, no comment at this time. We are investigating, no comment. That's all you have to say.
This detective's not assigned to this case, and we have no comment right now.
See? Thank you.
Get out of here.
That's what I would have said as well. I wonder how old Detective Suk is. Double darkness.
Why are you
Don't
here?
ever double
Have you come
dip.
back to interrogate them again?
I'm very sorry, ma'am. Look, I've been given orders to investigate this case starting again at square one.
Even now, some of them still cry themselves to sleep. I want to help them forget this as soon as possible. And yet, that's not something they can just forget about. Knowing that someone they truly loved has been taken away forever. 15 minutes. And don't go asking them questions that are too graphic, am I clear?
That day you had Mr. Grimmer come to visit. Had you met him before?
No, not before then.
Do you know why he came to visit? As they talked, did Mr. Grimmer act friendly towards Mr. Petrov?
Come to think of it, they didn't talk or act like friends, but
But
I didn't understand. They were talking in German.
you know a few words in German, don't you?
Oh.
Were there some words you did?
Okay, that changes a lot of things, okay? I didn't realize they were talking in German because they're all speaking in English. And I get it, you know, sometimes... I mean, the thing is, they didn't even allude to that. Usually, if they're speaking a different language, they're gonna allude to the fact that they're speaking another language. I don't mind the whole thing that they do where characters are supposedly speaking in another language even though they're still speaking in English so you would understand. I don't mind that at all. I think it's necessary a lot of the time. But you need to either somehow let the audience know that they are speaking another language, right? Because if they don't know, then you end up in a situation like this, like I am right now, where I thought they were all speaking the same language. But now it makes sense that, oh, well, the children must not have known about the key, right? The key to the lockbox or whatever, because they were speaking in another language, right? So the children would not have even known what they were talking about. So it wouldn't have mattered that they were there or not whenever he was talking about the key, which means someone else must have known about the key and told the fat police guy.
He also said experiment and the word education.
Experiment. Anything else?
What else?
You don't have to tell us if you don't want to.
Shut the fuck. Everything was going well. Why are you like, oh, you don't have to tell us if you don't want to? Huh? Yeah, you do. It's almost like this fucking woman is trying to interfere with police business. Shut the fuck up, old woman.
He said 511 Kinderheim.
511 Kinderheim.
Indeed.
Huh? Okay.
It always comes back to
So,
that.
Honza, is that a place that you've heard of?
No, never.
Do you know it?
There's no such place in the Czech Republic.
How do you not know? Doesn't Detective Suk have the case files from investigating what's his name? The old man? The first thing that would have happened when this guy was put on this case, they would have given him the fat police guy's case file. Or, you know, the stuff that he already knew. How, did this guy not read the case file, or...?
So tell me about Mr. Grimmer. What kind of person is he?
Oh, he's a really nice guy.
So you like him too, is he?
He played soccer with us.
What do you think?
I think he's a nice person. I got a question for you. Do you think Mr. Grimmer's a suspect?
No, but we're still investigating.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Grimmer isn't the killer. Mr. Petrov and Mrs. Anna had already been murdered by the time we got back home from playing soccer with Mr. Grimmer. I told the police already, but I think I saw who did it. As we got back home, I saw this beautiful woman with long blonde hair, and she was coming out of our house.
Beautiful. Ooh, Detective Suk. You know a beautiful long-haired, blonde-haired, beautiful, long blonde-haired woman, right?
Are you trying to catch him?
Catch who?
Mr. Grimmer.
No, but he sure is someone I'd like to have a chat with.
I'm actually gonna meet him later on. I promised him, and we already set where we're gonna meet.
And would you tell me where that is?
Sure.
You're sure that's all right? Because I might be forced to arrest him.
Well, you don't have to, because there's no way he murdered anyone.
Yeah, but he's kind of dumb, right? I mean, let's be honest, Grimmer probably has murdered someone, but I mean, this Detective Suk, I mean, he's, let's be honest, he's probably going to be one of those people again who just, I mean, he's a police officer in the show, right? So he's going to be jumping to conclusions and immediately being like, you killed my mentor, fat police guy. So I'm going to, you know, make sure you suffer the hand of justice or something.
Hey, Antonin, did you bring that one thing I gave you earlier? Thank you.
I'm guessing this is the key. He gave the kid the key.
Important Mr. Petrov left behind.
That's where he hid it.
Okay. I wish I had more time to share, but I've got to go.
Can't you stay and play soccer with us?
Yeah. I can play for a while.
All right! Come on, kick it!
on the right, guys. Pass it to me.
You think kids are gonna pass to you? You really think kids are gonna pass? This guy's pathetic, bro. You're getting shown up by a bunch of little toddlers. If I was in there, I would destroy those kids, okay? Like, I don't even play football, but I would destroy them.
You're Mr. Grimmer, aren't you?
Did you come to arrest me? Don't start waving your gun around. Come on, there are kids here.
Then I order you to hand over your pistol this instant.
Sorry, I don't have one to hand over.
So you tossed it?
Tossed it? I never had one in the first place.
Tell me, did you kill Inspector Zaman?
I don't know. I can't remember. I was half dead from being tortured at the time.
Your nails there.
Now, I know it wasn't me who fired the gun, but I might be responsible for killing the other two. I passed out before it happened.
So, the reason, and this is, you know, this is kind of what they alluded to when they showed Grimmer, like, getting back to his hotel at the end and then, you know, showing his bloodied hands, right? That's kind of what they alluded to, that he beat the other two to death. But that just doesn't make sense, unless we're missing more information. First guy gets shot in the head, okay, and then what? All of them had guns. Remember that. All of them had guns. There were 3 guys, all of them had guns. One guy gets shot. What did the other 2 do? So they just didn't do anything to the woman? The woman just ran out and closed the door or something? And then what? Grimmer surprises them somehow, and then disarms them both, and then beats their fucking faces in? Really? Somehow I really doubt that. Like, if they're both armed, huh? I mean, it would, I don't know. I feel like I would need to see the scene happen and see how it happened for it to make sense. Because, like, he wasn't even conscious, he was tortured, and then all of a sudden he can just beat 2 guys to death with his bare hands. Both of those guys are armed with guns, and somehow he can beat both of them to death. Like, I don't see a scenario where you can beat 2 people to death at the same time and then both being armed with literal guns. You know, like, there has to be more to this. Maybe I would understand if the other 2 were shot in the leg or something. Like, the woman shot the first guy in the head and then shot the other 2 in the legs, and then they're like, my knee, my knee, right? And then he goes and then beats them to death with his bare hands. Otherwise, I just don't see how he would overpower 2 armed guys who were secret police, so they're probably trained. You know? Like, there's something missing here. Which is why I just don't think. I just assumed that the blood on the hands, the blood and dirt on the hands, when they showed the hands, Grimmer's hands, I just assumed that was from the torture. And you know, the fact that he was literally thrown on the ground, right? So obviously your hands would be on the ground, and if they're bloody, they would become dirty and shit. You know, I just assumed that was that was the case, because him beating 2 armed guys to death by himself just is not, like, it's not very, you know, realistic.
Sorry about that, guys. Hey, I'm old. Cut me some slack.
You're a person of interest, Mr. Grimmer.
Ah, so what's the verdict? Am I the murderer you seek?
I don't know. Over the past few days, some of the people I deeply trusted betrayed me. My faith in them was so totally shattered, I don't know what to believe in anymore.
The only person you can truly believe in is yourself. You can try to trust other folks, but sometimes they let you down. So,
True.
Going to the station?
No, just promise you won't leave town, okay? So, where are you staying for the time?
You didn't promise.
At the Pavla Hotel, room 302. You be sure to hold on to that key. I think it's the real cause of all these murders you're investigating. It's to a safety deposit box.
Huh? Huh? Did he already check it out? What? What? Huh? There's no way he would, like, just leave it. He must have already checked it out, right? Right after the murder? Shit, I don't know. Because in my head, the timeline goes, they went to the old guy, he died, the maid also died, they were there, they called the police, they stayed there while the police came, he took the key, thought maybe, oh shit, it might be confiscated, had the child hold on to the key, they were taken to the police station, interviewed. After the police station, he gets picked up by the taxi, they are taken there, tortured, those guys die, and then he meets up with the kid again, now gets the key, right? So he hasn't checked the lockbox yet. So, like, why would he, what? He would just give the key away? I thought his whole lead was to get what was in the lockbox. Fuck, man. What is Grimmer doing?
Oh, that sign up there? Well, it's actually an old relic. It's a sign for a pub that was established here 200 years ago. But the Three Frogs pub has been closed down for ages.
Okay, okay.
Even though it's old and faded, it's considered a landmark. About a decade ago, it even made it through a fire.
Really?
Yeah. This woman with a young kid lived up there on the second floor, right above it. She sure was a beautiful woman. Seems while she was living there, she was using an alias. One day, this big official-looking black car came, and it took her and the kid away for good.
Beautiful woman with one child. One.
It was really quite awful.
In other words, not the twins. Could it be mother and older sister?
During those final years
Maybe?
before the
Maybe?
fall of communism,
Who knows?
People disappeared all the time.
That woman who got taken away, did she have one child with her, or did she have twins?
No. She only had one child with her, and what a pretty face that kid had.
Was that woman's child a boy or a girl?
Huh. Let me think for a second. Now, which one was it? I can't remember. All I can think about is how they took away that poor innocent kid with them when they took the mother away. That was a sad thing to see. Right after they left, the fire started. I ran up there even though I didn't think anyone was around. Then I got a huge surprise. Her child was in there. The child must have been released, that's all I can figure, but I imagine the fire got started when he got hungry and decided to use the stove to try to cook something.
So where'd he go?
I hate to admit it, but after that fire happened, I don't know where that young kid went.
If that child was one of the lady's twins.
Huh?
What if the police took away one child and left the other one up in that room?
Well, if what you just said is right, that might make sense. But I don't get why you're so sure about the fact that she had twins.
Okay, so I guess maybe it was twins.
So I really don't think he's the murderer.
I see. Well, I'm just an amateur at crime solving. Maybe I'm wrong about him, Mr. Suk.
He's not evil, that much I do know. Just from us talking, he was able to help me figure out what's really going on. At first, when Inspector Zaman was found murdered,
so
it was my duty to...
This guy, I get he's a rookie, but like, you're just giving the whole case to a random lady? I mean, maybe she's not so random, but she's not even your girlfriend, bro. So you're just kind of randomly telling this woman everything about this case? Probably confidential information. Okay, okay. We'll see how this won't backfire at all. I'm sure it won't backfire at all. Ever.
Then after that, the chief and 2 senior officers I always reported to wound up poisoned. When I heard that those men might have been corrupt as well, it shook me to the core. When democracy came 10 years ago, they were disbanded. Their leaders were put on trial, but some escaped and went underground. Even now, they're still planning to regain their former power. That's as much as I know about them. Mr. Grimmer even warned me, only believe in yourself. He said when you trust other people, it doesn't always work out. And as he said that, he entrusted me with something very important. Sorry, I can't stop talking about this. It's kind of tough on me not even knowing your name. Oh, hey, listen, it's all right. You don't have to tell me. But just talking to you makes me happy.
This is weird. Nina's being
Both of my
weird
parents
here.
are still alive. They're school teachers. But my father used to participate in democratic activities, and the police always watched him. So my mom ended up divorcing him to protect me from any potential trouble. When I finally told my mom I wanted to be a detective, she got angry and told me not to do it.
And why did you want to become a detective?
I believe my friends at the bar told you the reason why, remember?
Because you grew up liking cops on TV?
Yeah, I like playing cops and robbers ever since I was a kid. Of course, I always got to be the cop. Bang!
Cops don't just shoot people, bro.
You don't have to laugh that much.
Oh, come on, Suk.
Hmm.
So, what were you entrusted with?
Huh?
Earlier, you were saying the Grimmer...
Something is going on. I can't put my finger on it. She knows more than she's letting on, but at the same time, sometimes she reminds me of Johan, and it's like, I don't even know what to think.
Oh, it's a key to a safety deposit box.
A safety deposit box?
Yeah, apparently whatever's stored in there is super important.
Yo, did you go check it out?
This old German man named Petrov, who was running...
I'm guessing that's a no then.
Data from some kind of human experiments he supposedly conducted. According to
Did you
Grimmer,
check it
the
out?
material that's in that box is the real cause of all these murders. Huh?
But you didn't check it out.
Say that again. Don't tell anyone what you just told me, not even the police. Nobody.
But this thing isn't something I can handle all by myself.
Your mother was right.
Huh?
It's because she was worried that something awful might happen to you. I got a bad feeling about what you just told me. The best thing to do is not to tell anyone. I don't want you to get hurt. I care about you too.
Okay, so before anything happens here, first off, I don't agree. I don't allow this. Detective Suk on these nuts, bro. Like, you gotta get through me first, bro. Like, you gotta get through me first. Okay? You don't have my permission. Secondly, I don't think this is going to happen for a couple of reasons. One, if it does happen, then Detective Suk on these nuts is going to die. 100%. I think. If it doesn't happen, then Detective Suk might survive. In other words, if they want Detective Suk to survive, it's not going to happen.
I'm sorry.
My name. I want you to know my name now, Jan. It's Anna. My name is Anna Liebert.
Anna.
Okay, now she's going up by Anna. Okay. I mean, Nina was the new name, right? Anna, I believe, was the previous. I think I wrote it down in the very first few episodes, but, like, still, you know. I mean, Anna, Nina, same thing.
What a beautiful name. So your last name must mean that you're German.
See you later.
Huh? Anna.
Right, so here, I'm guessing they are speaking in, whatever the language in Prague is. Well, Detective Suk on these nuts, you're going to survive for a little while longer.
Good evening, Mr. Tulunka.
Oh, Anna, it's a nice night, isn't it?
Oh, good evening, Anna.
Good night, Mrs. Yelka.
I fucking knew it, bro. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. The thing is... okay. The thing is, this does not mean that Nina does not exist, okay? The fact is, I think that he is just disguising himself as Anna, probably because why not, right? But I fucking knew it. Ever since the whole, like, I even said, like, dude, ever since the pub, right? The bar, she was, like, always very, how do I say this? Too calm. And let me show you something. Let me show you something. Where is this? Where is this? I think around here somewhere. Around here somewhere. Around here. Ah, here. This, right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this right here. Change the hair, and the face is Johan. When I saw this, I thought about saying something, but I was like, whatever. And then I also said, when she was sitting at the bar, I said, oh, the clothing is very Johan-esque, right? Something that Johan would be wearing, the coat, right? Fucking knew it, bro. Fucking knew it, bro. On the other hand, though, again, I don't think this means that Nina never existed, right? I think this is a red herring, trying to say that, oh, Nina and Johan were always the same person. I don't think so. Because, again, they were literally in the same room during the library fire, right? I just think that Johan is good enough to disguise himself as Nina. Son of a bitch, bro. Son of a bitch.
A safety deposit box key.
Son of a bitch. But yeah, I mean, fucking hell. Like, this whole time, the whole bar thing, you know, and the way she was talking and stuff like that, something felt wrong. And I'm sure you could tell whenever I was like, I wasn't sure what to think. Because something just felt wrong. Like, she wasn't acting like Nina would, I think. And I wonder if Johan even knows that Anna is going by the name Nina. I think he does, but who knows? But yeah, son of a bitch. This is perfectly convincing. Granted, I think it's helped by the anime as well. But still, the voice though. I mean, this is a perfect disguise. The perfect disguise. Like, if we hadn't, for instance, right? If we hadn't seen Nina and Johan in the same room with Nina firing her gun at him, if we hadn't seen that, after seeing this, I would have probably thought that Johan was Nina and Nina was Johan. Because, I mean, I asked, you know, I even suspected this many episodes ago, right? Because we had never seen them in the same room. And because they kind of look similar, right? They look the same because they're twins. And the fact is, as I said, I would have thought 100% that they might just be the same person. You know, Johan in disguise. But we literally saw them in the same room, so I don't see how... I'm trying to think of a possible way Johan could have set it up, like a magic trick, to be in two places at once. But I don't think it's possible. I'm thinking of the fire, then Johan walking past Tenma, literally walking past Tenma, which means Tenma 100% saw him. And then we had Nina, who also came there with the gun, shot at Johan, which means she also saw him, which means 100% Nina exists, and they're not the same person. So, yeah, at the end of the day here, I think what's going on is that Johan can disguise himself perfectly as Nina, or Anna, or whatever. But the fact of the matter is that Nina does, in the end, exist, and they are two different people. God damn, I'm just gonna go to the next episode. God damn. In any case, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode of Monster, episode 45. And I think from now on, things are gonna be a lot more suspicious. Because every time we see Nina, we could think, oh shit, is that Johan in disguise? But yes, till next time, in the next episode. Later.